Good evening and welcome into Tarble Pavilion, the site of tonight's basketball doubleheader. It's a men's and a women's doubleheader here between the Swarthmore College Garnet and the Ursinus College Bears. Chris Markowitz here for the Garnet Sports Network, and let's meet the starting lineups. First for the visiting Bears, who come in riding a 12-game losing skid. Starting at guard, a 5'5" sophomore from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, number 3, Kelly Grant. Starting at guard, a 5'6" sophomore from Langhorne, Pennsylvania, number 12, Maria Delario. Starting at forward, a 6-foot senior from Blandon, Pennsylvania, number 23, Gabby Downs. Starting at guard, a sophomore, number 32, Natalie Mail. And starting at forward, a 6-foot freshman from Waldorf, Maryland, number 44, Chinwe Irundi. Head coach for Ursinus in his first year for the Bears is Bobby Morgan. And let's meet now the starting lineup for the home squad, the Swarthmore Garnet. Starting at guard, a 5'8" junior from Greenwich, Connecticut, number 5, Kim Kokenmeister. Kokenmeister played a solid role last night defensively for the Garnet. Starting at guard, a 5'9" freshman from Palmyra, Pennsylvania, number 10, Caitlin Becker, who had 10 points in a victory last night here at Tarble Pavilion against Washington College. Starting at guard, a 5'6" freshman from Potomac, Maryland, number 13, Alyssa Hayashi, the leading scorer last night for Swarthmore. She scored 21 points. Starting at guard, a 5'4" freshman from Natick, Massachusetts, number 14, T. Sally. And starting at guard, a 6-foot junior from New Hope, Pennsylvania, number 24, Dana Bandurek. Head coach for the Garnet in her first season is Dawn Grant. So it's a doubleheader here tonight. The women play first, and then the men's game will be 30 minutes after the conclusion of this game. We'll have 2 separate links for the stream, so you can catch both of those games right here on the Swarthmore Garnet Sports Network. Swarthmore dressed in its home white. Ursinus dressed in its road black. The Garnet will travel left to right on your screen. The Bears right to left. Irundi and Bandurek will jump center. Fight for the loose ball, picked up by Grant, and we are underway. Ursinus with the basketball to start. Ursinus second to last in the Centennial Conference this year, 2-17 overall, 2-12 in conference action. They won their first 2 games in Centennial play, but they're on a 12-game losing streak since then. Mail, 14-footer, too strong. Bandurek collects the miss. Hayashi calls out signals in the half court. Bandurek thought about the triple, but holsters. Big space given to her by Irundi. Now Sally for 3, yes! T. Sally off to a hot start. He hits his first shot, and it's a 3-0 lead for Swarthmore. On the other end, Irundi, too strong. Chinwe Irundi, the lead scorer this year for the Bears, but she was too strong on that shot. .20 on the shot clock. Hayashi swings for Sally. Becker. Caitlin Becker had a strong touch from the outside last night. She knocked down 2 triples. Bandurek plus the foul. Dana Bandurek will head to the line to shoot one more after converting on the layup through contact. Bandurek still the leading scorer in the Centennial Conference this year, averaging 17.5 points per contest. And some confusion on the rebound there. Gabby Downs grabbed it and looked to be headed over the baseline, thinking it was the first of 2 free throws. Now Downs with the ball in the corner on offense. 12 seconds to shoot for the Bears. Low post, Irundi No good. Good defense by Hayashi and Banduric. Handoff to Becker. Hayashi stops on a dime, but she traveled. Alyssa Hayashi scored 21 points last night for the Garnet on 6 of 13 shooting. She was 8 for 12 from the free throw line, hit a lot of free throws for Swarthmore down the stretch. Near steal by Sally, hauled in by Grant. Delario on the drive. Delario outside, open triple. No good for Downs. Banduric with another rebound. So Dana Banduric with 3 rebounds in the first quarter. As Swarthmore goes to work offensively. 5-0 lead for the Garnet. Banduric, high post. 10 to shoot. Hayashi. Air ball. And Sally can't get there. It goes out of play. Ursinus basketball. Swarthmore comes into tonight at 10-9 overall, 6-8 in the Centennial. They are 7th in conference action. This is a must-win game for the Garnet if they want to make a push for the conference playoff. With their win last night, the Garnet snapped a 5-game losing skid. Grant feeds the post. Irundi. Pass stolen by Hayashi. Read it perfectly. Here's Sally. Over to Banduric. Sally, step back triple. Short. Becker with the rebound, but it goes over the baseline and out of play. Ursinus still scoreless with 6:17 to play here in the first quarter. Delario, 13-footer. Yes. Maria Delario with the opening bucket for the Bears. Delario on the year averaging 4.5 points per contest, a sophomore. Corner triple, too strong, and the miss is in the hands of Gabby Downs. Delario drives left. Her wraparound pass stolen by Sally. Kokenmeister skip to the corner. Hayashi, yes. Alyssa Hayashi with the 18-foot J. Lead back up to 5. Mail stolen. Taken away by Kokenmeister. Swarthmore playing inspired defense here tonight. We're midway through the first quarter. 7-2 is the score in favor of the Garnet. Hayashi's pass broken up, will keep it here. Subs onto the floor for the Bears. Allison Lasanti checks in along with Margaret Brown. Lasanti, a sophomore out of Westfield, New Jersey. Brown, a junior from Landisburg, Pennsylvania. 5 on the shot clock. Kokenmeister outside. Sally has to put it up. Air ball, shot clock violation. And now Dawn Grant sends a pair of subs into the contest for Swarthmore. Sally and Becker depart, replaced by Lopez and Cronin. So Aaron Cronin and Carolina Lopez into the game for Swarthmore. 4:32 to play in the first quarter. And a pass into the post, stolen away once again. 4 turnovers early on in the contest for Ursinus. Cronin out to Hayashi, and she'll reset. Banduric feeds Cronin. Good defense down low. Brown able to shield Cronin. 4 to shoot. Great save by Kokenmeister. Hayashi puts up the 3 ball, and it goes! Alyssa Hayashi at the shot clock buzzer drains the tray. 5 points for Hayashi, and it's an 8-point advantage for Swarthmore. Here's a chance for more. Kokenmeister glides in but missed the bunny. Bandoric all net on the putback, and it's a 10-point advantage. Timeout taken by Ursinus. Bobby Morgan wants to talk things over with the Bears, who trail by 10 with 3:28 to play in the opening quarter. We'll step away. You're watching Swarthmore women's basketball on the Garnet Sports Network.
Across divisions, sports, championships, and schools for nearly 500,000 student athletes. College sports create lifelong opportunity, and that starts with education. We've raised the academic bar, so more are earning degrees, creating healthier campuses by working with the nation's brightest minds, and making sure more have the chance to succeed and are supported on their journey. But beyond the numbers, it's about opportunity, and we're working to provide it for every student athlete.
3:28 left to play here in the first quarter. Ursinus with the basketball, trailing Sophomore by 10. Chris Markowitz here for the Garnet Sports Network. And Swarthmore has forced 5 turnovers by the Bears, and they've held Ursinus to 1 for 5 shooting from the floor. Here's another miss. That time it was Downs who couldn't connect. Lopez on the other end, pump fakes, feeds Banduric. And her shot doesn't get the bounce. Cronin with the board. Her look too strong. Hayashi keeps it in on the baseline and will reset for a better look. So third try here for Swarthmore after a couple of offensive rebounds. Hayashi corner 3 ball, short. And the rebound goes to Lasanti. Lasanti, low post. Nearly stolen by Bandoric. Credit Brown for keeping it alive for the Bears. Grant up top, 12 on the shot clock. T. Sally waits to re-enter for Swarthmore. Into the post, Brown, outside, 3, back iron. And then a foul is called for an over the back. So Sally returns for Swarthmore, and he'll bring the ball up with 2:12 to play in the first quarter. Bandoric, zone defense, and Bandoric finds the opening. Cronin cut to the hoop for the easy deuce against the 1-3-1. 12-point lead for Swarthmore, largest of the contest. Brown to the corner, to Lello, out to Brown, 11 to shoot. Downs, short. And the Bears 1 for 8 now from the floor. Sally, over to Lopez, good movement. Kokenmeister into the lane, finds Cronin. And Cronin's pass for Banduric is stolen by Brown. DeLello from the corner, splash. Sarah DeLello, the 5'8" sophomore guard out of Lafayette Hill, knocks down the corner ball. It's a 3. And Swarthmore holds on to a 9-point lead with 51 seconds to play in the first quarter. Banduric off a spin. What a move by Dana Bandoric. 6 points now for Bandoric, who struggled the last 2 games with her shot, but she's had her touch early on here. 6 points on 3 or 4 shooting with 5 rebounds, 2 assists, and a steal. Bandoric heads to the bench with 37 seconds to play in the quarter. Cronin out onto the floor. Nora Wingfield comes in for Swarthmore. 11 seconds separate the shot and game clock. Grant around a screen. 8 to shoot. Irundi, what a move! Chinwe Irundi puts Swarthmore's defense into the spin cycle. Shot clock unplugged. Lopez over to Sally at the buzzer. No. And through 10 minutes of action, the Garnet lead the Bears 16-7. We'll take a break. You're watching Swarthmore Women's Basketball on the Garnet Sports Network.
It's not about where you were born. It's not about your gender or the color of your skin, or whether you're rich, poor, or in the middle. No matter what you play, if you have the skill and drive to succeed in school and in sports, we'll provide the opportunity.
Nine-point lead for Swarthmore as we enter the second quarter of action. Chris Markowitz here for the Garnet Sports Network. Swarthmore will have the ball to start the stanza. And a solid defensive performance in the first quarter by Swarthmore as the Garnet held the Bears to 3 for 10 shooting from the floor and forced 5 turnovers. Bandoric, too strong. Quality look, but she couldn't bank it home. Lisanti feeds the post. Irundi fouled. Chinwe Irundi draws the contact, and she'll shoot a pair at the line. And the foul is on Becker. Irundi this year averaging 14.5 points and 9 rebounds per contest. She's 4th in the Centennial in points and rebounds per game. Just a freshman, but one of the more talented players in the Centennial. And she will be a great piece for Bobby Morgan to build around over the course of her career with the Bears. Bobby Morgan, in his first year as head coach of Ursinus, he spent 13 seasons at Haverford College, where he won 3 Centennial Conference titles and appeared in 4 NCAA tournaments with Haverford College. Brown looks to Irundi instead, goes up top. Now Irundi gets the ball from Kelly, spins to the left hand and connects. Chinwe Irundi coming to life here early on in the second quarter. She's got 6 points to lead the Bears, and it's a 5-point game. Sally around a screen from Hayashi. Turns it over. Cronin re-enters and replaces. Oh, check that. We're getting a timeout on the floor. It's a brief 30-second timeout here. So we'll keep it here. Chris Markowitz here for the Garnet Sports Network. Right now, Dana Bandoric and Chinwe Irundi going at one another in the low post, each with 6 points in this game. Bandoric has put together an overall performance so far with 6 points, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists. But Chinwe Irundi has been impressive early on in this game, as she has been all year. We've seen multiple fancy moves from the forward for Ursinus. Grant brings it across the timeline. DeLello left open into Irundi, blocked from behind. Tough positioning for Irundi. Van Dorick made it a difficult shot. Cronin out to Van Dorick. Kogenmeister over to Hayashi. 10 to shoot for Swarthmore. Hayashi, oh, great move, throws up the runner, and it's all net. Alyssa Hayashi with the ball on a string, and the runner goes to make it a 7-point game. Grant guarded by Sally. Back out to DeLello. Irundi from the foul line. DeLello, handoff, and here's a foul. They get Cronin with it. Shot clock was at 6. It resets to 20. And that foul was the first against Cronin in the contest. Lasanti over to DeLello. Near steal, Irundi able to be the beneficiary of the bounce. Kogenmeister got her hand in, but it popped right in front of Irundi on her path to the basket, so it almost worked as a pass in Irundi's favor. Sally, too strong. Irundi hauls in the miss. Van Durick with good defense against Brown. Irundi up and under, blocked by Cronin, and Van Durick leads the break. Swarthmore sets up in the half court. 6:28 to play in the second quarter. Sally on the drive, short. And Irundi hauls in the floorboard. Lasanti into Irundi, stolen away. Cronin poked it loose from behind. Hayashi too strong for Van Durick, who couldn't save it on the baseline. So an unforced turnover for Swarthmore. Gabby Brown re-enters for Ursinus and replaces Brown. 6 minutes to play here in the second quarter. It's been a low-scoring game. Irundi, turnaround J, no go. Cronin operates from the high post. Kogenmeister to Sally. Kogenmeister, left-hand runner, yes! Kim Kogenmeister put enough English on it to get the bounce. That's her first basket tonight. Lead back up to 7 for Swarthmore. Brown puts it on the deck. Irundi. Oh, what a move! Chinwe Irundi going deep into her bag here tonight at Tarble. She's got 10 points to lead all scorers. 2-3 zone defensively from Ursinus. They've got a chance to make this a one-possession game. Sally fouled on the drive. And it's Irundi who got her. Mail and Brown return for Ursinus and replace Lasanti and Irundi. Sally goes to the sideline for Swarthmore. Becker back into the game. She'll actually have to wait, as the 5 on the floor for Swarthmore are Hayashi, Lopez, Cronin, Bandoric, and Kokenmeister. Lopez collects the offensive board, and it's a fresh 20 for the Garnet. Hayashi, Bandoric, 5 to shoot. Lopez traveled. Becker replaces Cronin. 4:13 to play here in the second quarter. Maria Delario checks in. She replaces Sarah DeLello for Ursinus. Mail over to Brown. Delario has it stolen. Bandoric with the wide open layup. Dana Bandoric with 8 points now. What a game for her. She's got 2 steals, 7 rebounds, 2 assists, and a block. A well-balanced performance by the junior. Another near steal, but it's a held ball. Downs couldn't secure it on the entry pass. Lopez poked it loose. We'll stay here, though. 3:32 to play in the first half. Ursinus ball. The Bears trail by 7. Grant takes it up top. Brown fouled on the drive. Bandoric got her. First foul tonight against Dana Bandoric. And Bandoric was in foul trouble yesterday. That kept her on the bench for the majority of the fourth quarter. Sally returns for Swarthmore and replaces Kokenmeister with 3:23 to play in the half. Downs, her pass nearly stolen by Bandoric, and then Bandoric steals the next entry pass. Dana Bandoric all over the place here tonight at Tarble Pavilion. Three steals for Bandoric. She is stuffing the stat sheet here tonight. Becker tries an entry pass for Bandoric, but it's kicked out. Shot clock shows 11 seconds. Lopez will throw in. Here comes Kokenmeister. She'll take Lopez's place. And now into the game for Ursinus, number 13, Alyssa Martin, the 5'9" junior guard. It's her first minute of action here tonight. Fresh 20 for Swarthmore thanks to the kick ball. Skip pass. Kokenmeister, right-hand runner, too strong, gets her own miss. Becker to Bandoric. What a move. Dana Bandoric misses the layup. She blew right by Brown but couldn't connect. Martin, pump fakes, out to Brown. Ursinus resets. Grant with 10 on the shot clock. Grant, scoop shot, too strong. Bandoric with the board, 8 rebounds tonight for Dana Bandoric. Becker, 15-foot J, back iron. A minute 50 to play in the half. Grant guarded by Sally. Mail, what a spin, can't finish, but gets her own miss. Held ball, And the arrow favors Swarthmore. That was a great spin by Mail to create the opening. Wingfield returns for Swarthmore and replaces Bandoric. $1:40 to play in the second quarter. 2-3 zone look from Ursinus. Foul on the pass to the high post. Becker got bumped from behind, and the contact is on Mail. That's her first foul. Hayashi, floater, no good off the window. And then a foul on the rebound, this one against Swarthmore. Hayashi guilty of the contact. First personal foul for Hayashi. Bandoric returns with $1:19 to play in the half. Brown over to Grant. Mail, step back Jay, front rim. Sally has the floorboard. Under a minute to play in the first half. Baseline Jay, all net for Nora Wingfield. First basket tonight for Wingfield, 9-point lead for Swarthmore. Downs into Brown. Brown with the spin, can't finish. Wingfield with great straight-up defense. And a blocking foul is called against Brown. Shot clock is unplugged. 26 seconds remain here in the first half, and Swarthmore can hold for the final shot. Lopez comes back in and replaces Becker. Kokenmeister around the rim and out. And Ursinus now with a chance to score right before the half. Three at the buzzer. No good. Quality look. And Lopez won't get it off. So at the end of 20 minutes of play, Swarthmore leads Ursinus 24-15. We'll take a quick break, and when we return, we'll have second half action coming up next on the Garnet Sports Network.
across divisions, sports, championships, and schools for nearly 500,000 student athletes. College sports create lifelong opportunity, and that starts with education. We've raised the academic bar, so more are earning degrees, creating healthier campuses by working with the nation's brightest minds, and making sure more have the chance to succeed and are supported on their journey. But beyond the numbers, it's about opportunity, and we're working to provide it for every student athlete.
It's not about where you were born. It's not about your gender or the color of your skin, or whether you're rich, poor, or in the middle. No matter what you play, if you have the skill and drive to succeed in school and in sports, we'll provide the opportunity.
On and off the court, we're focused on creating lifelong opportunity, and that starts with education. More college athletes are earning degrees than ever before, but we've still got work to do. That's why we're raising the bar for incoming freshmen, so they're prepared when they get to campus, and why teams can't play in championships unless they make the grade. Education matters, and putting academics first creates a pathway to a lifetime of opportunity.
It's on us.
All of us.
And it's time to act now. We are calling you, all of you.
All Centennial Conference student athletes to join our cause.
The It's On Us pledge is a personal commitment
to keep men and women safe from sexual assault.
It's a promise to not be a bystander to the problem,
but to be a part of the solution.
As a Centennial Conference student athlete, I am proud to take the pledge.
I pledge
to create an environment where men and women feel
safe.
To hold friends accountable if what they're doing is wrong.
To never blame the victim.
1/5 of women and 1/16 of men are sexually assaulted in college.
It's on us.
It's on us.
To stop sexual assault.
To be more than a bystander.
To intervene if a friend is doing something that could lead to sexual assault.
It's on us.
It's on us.
It's on us.
To help others.
To stand up, to step in, and to take responsibility.
It's on us. It's on us.
To take reports of sexual assault seriously.
To change the way we talk about women.
To
To be part of the solution, not part of the problem.
To look out for others.
Anyone can be the victim, and everyone can be the solution.
It's on us as Centennial Conference student athletes.
To take a stand and make a difference.
We're the Centennial Conference, and it's on us, all of us, to stop sexual assault.
We took the pledge, and you can too.
At itsonus.org.
across divisions, sports, championships, and schools for nearly 500,000 student athletes. College sports create lifelong opportunity, and that starts with education. We've raised the academic bar, so more are earning degrees, creating healthier campuses by working with the nation's brightest minds, and making sure more have the chance to succeed and are supported on their journey. But beyond the numbers, it's about opportunity, and we're working to provide it for every student athlete.
It's not about where you were born. It's not about your gender or the color of your skin, or whether you're rich, poor, or in the middle. No matter what you play, if you have the skill and drive to succeed in school and in sports, we'll provide the opportunity.
On and off the court, we're focused on creating lifelong opportunities.
Second half about to get underway here at Tarble Pavilion. Swarthmore ahead of Ursinus 24-15. The Bears will begin the half with the basketball. Ursinus dressed in black, going left to right on your screen. Swarthmore dressed in white, going right to left. In the first half, Chinwe Irundi led the way as she had 10 points to lead all scorers, but only DeLello and Delario able to help her out with a total of 5 points between the two of them. Swarthmore was led by Dana Bandoric, who had 8 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 steals, and a block in the first half, so filling up the stat sheet. Meanwhile, Irundi misses the layup. We'll stay here. Last touch by Sally. 6 seconds on the shot clock, but no, they actually do reset it. The ball hit the rim on Irundi's attempt. So it's a fresh 20 for Ursinus. Entry pass to Irundi secured by her. Bandoric was pressuring from behind as Mail lays in the deuce. Natalie Mail with the first bucket of the third quarter, and it's a 7-point game. Sally, hands off for Hayashi. Alyssa Hayashi around a Bandoric screen. Hayashi with 4 on the clock. Bandoric has to put it up. Long triple, no good. And here comes Ursinus the other way. That should have been a shot clock violation. The ball never hit the rim. Instead, the officials allowed the Bears to play on. Mail feeds the post. Irundi, short on the turnaround. Kokenmeister, over to Sally. T. Sally had 3 points in the first half, hit a triple. Bandoric out to Hayashi. 10 on the shot clock for Swarthmore. Van Dorick blows past Urundy and banks in the easy layup. That was all about the footwork. Dana Van Dorick explodes to the rim. Lead back to 9 for Swarthmore. Urundy outside, open triple. No go for Grant. Second chance for Mail, and she connects. Hayashi guarded by Grant, over to Van Dorick. Sally thought about the triple, but holsters. Kokenmeister on the drive. Hayashi, 3 to shoot. Nets the pull-up J. Alyssa Hayashi with 9 points now, 4 for 7 from the floor. She's been feeling herself the last 2 nights from the perimeter. 21 points last night, 9 points here today. Grant. 7 to shoot. Delario. No good on the step back tray. Van Dorick rips in the rebound. Van Dorick from Hayashi. Off a pivot, left it short, gets her own miss. And Van Dorick blocked, gets another offensive board. Hayashi will reset. Dana Van Dorick has a double-double now, 10 points and 11 rebounds. Hayashi, low post, and she'll go to the line. Kelly Grant bumped her from behind. Into the game now for Ursinus is number 11, Allison Lisanti. Delario goes to the bench. 6:04 to play here in the third. And Hayashi in double figures now with 10 points. Hayashi averaging 12 points per contest as a freshman. 1 for 2 trip to the line. 10-point game in favor of Swarthmore. And a foul on an entry pass. Van Dorick bumped Urundy from behind. Second foul on Van Dorick as DeLello enters for Ursinus. Grant to Urundy. 15-foot J, no good. Hayashi has the rebound. Sally, now Kokenmeister, skip pass. Hayashi around a screen. Good movement here, Hayashi. Over to Becker. 8 to shoot for the Garnet. Sally, 4-3, yes! All net on the triple for T. Sally. 6 points for him and the lead up to 13. Largest lead tonight for Swarthmore. Three on the other end, off to the right by Downs. So the Garnet in control right now. Under 5 minutes to play in the third. Becker on the drive. Yes. Caitlin Becker drops it in off the window. That's her first basket tonight. And Ursinus needs a timeout with 4:29 to play in the third quarter. Swarthmore leads by 15. We'll take a break. You're watching Swarthmore women's basketball on the Garnet Sports Network.
Across divisions, sports, championships, and schools for nearly 500,000 student athletes, College sports create lifelong opportunity, and that starts with education. We've raised the academic bar, so more are earning degrees, creating healthier campuses by working with the nation's brightest minds, and making sure more have the chance to succeed and are supported on their journey. But beyond the numbers, it's about opportunity, and we're working to provide it for every student athlete.
.429 to play here in the third, and it's a 15-point advantage for Swarthmore. Ursinus with the ball. Chris Markowitz here for the Garnet Sports Network. Swarthmore has outscored Ursinus 10-4, make it 10-6 now here in the stanza. So Grant with the basket. First bucket today for Kelly Grant. Hayashi over to Sally. Hayashi to Bandurek, 5 to shoot. Bandurek at the buzzer, no. Cronin keeps it alive. What an effort! The Garnet on their feet from the bench, cheering on Erin Cronin, who sacrifices her body to keep the ball alive, and Swarthmore wins possession on the held ball. So what a play there. And check that, it's not a held ball. They have a foul called on Sarah DeLello, her first. Cronin with the layup, so she's rewarded for her effort. And the lead back to 15 for Swarthmore. 4 points tonight for Cronin to go along with 3 rebounds. DeLello over to Downs, three-pointer, too strong. And then a foul on Lopez, battling with Charlotte DeLello for the rebound. Downs will get it in. Fresh 20 for Ursinus. From the high post, Brown kicks for DeLello. Brown, long 2, short, gets her own miss. DeLello cans the reverse. First basket today for Charlotte DeLello. 2:46 to play in the third. Lopez, pass batted back. Hayashi collects it. Fires with 12 on the shot clock, hits the back iron. Bandurek has the miss. Another chance here for Swarthmore as Hayashi resets. Bandurek with 13 rebounds now after that offensive board. 4 to shoot. Bandurek, long 2, no good. Long 2 on the other end, hits the back iron. Bandurek with her 14th rebound. She looks to go coast to coast. Lopez holsters. Bandurek turns. Layup, count it. Dana Bandurek heading to the line for one more. As a pair of subs check in for Swarthmore, Sally and Becker replace Hayashi and Kokenmeister. Chinwe Irundi returns for Ursinus and replaces Downs. Bandurek will shoot one more. Swarthmore ahead by 15. Make it 16. Pressure here by Swarthmore. Ursinus having difficulty against the press. They get it across the timeline with a second to spare. Corner 3, no go. Second chance here for Ursinus thanks to a Brown rebound. Jump ball, and the arrow favors Swarthmore. And into the game now for Swarthmore is Nora Wingfield to replace Dana Bandoric. This is a must-win game for the Garnet. They've got a tough schedule ahead in conference action. Currently, Swarthmore is in 7th place in the Centennial. The top 5 teams make the playoff. Cronin no good. And here comes Ursinus the other way with 70 seconds to play in the half. Ball's loose. It went off of DeLello's foot. Now she's open in the corner but can't convert. Lopez with Becker ahead. Becker from the baseline. No. Cronin can't secure it. Fight for the loose ball, and it's won by DeLello. 45 seconds and counting in the quarter. Lopez can't connect on the steal and bunny. And now 9 seconds separate the shot and game clock on the other end of the floor. Irundi puts it on the deck, spins into contact, and she traveled. So the Garnet force a turnover, and the shot clock is unplugged with 25 seconds to play here in the third. The Garnet can hold for the final shot of the stanza. Lopez out to Becker. Sally over to Lopez. Wingfield left it short, and that will do it for us here in the third. Swarthmore pushes the lead up to 16 as we've got 10 more minutes to play here at Tarble Pavilion. We'll take a quick break, and when we return, fourth quarter comes up next right here on the Garnet Sports Network.
On and off the court, we're focused on creating lifelong opportunity, and that starts with education. More college athletes are earning degrees than ever before, but we've still got work to do. That's why we're raising the bar for incoming freshmen, so they're prepared when they get to campus. And why teams can't play in championships unless they make the grade. Education matters, and putting academics first creates a pathway to a lifetime of opportunity.
Swarthmore looking for 2 wins in a row here tonight against Ursinus as we enter the fourth quarter. The Garnet lead the Bears by 16 points. Chris Markowitz here for the Garnet Sports Network. Dana Bandoric has been magnificent tonight. 13 points, 14 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 steals, and a block for the junior guard. Irundi fouled on a double team, so 2 players aren't enough to stop the freshman for the Bears. Smith called for the foul. 10 points tonight for Irundi, 2 for 2 from the line. That's her first miss. Ursinus scoreless in the last 3 minutes and 15 seconds of action, and that trend stops here. big possession defensively for Ursinus. The Bears need to come away with stops here to climb back into this game. Lopez to Wingfield. And the turnaround Jay gets a kind bounce. Nora Wingfield with 4 points. That assist was Lopez's third. And it's a 17-point advantage for Swarthmore, the largest lead tonight. Irundi double teamed, doesn't matter. Chinwe Irundi continues to pour in buckets for the Bears. 13 points for her tonight. Wingfield looks outside. There's Becker. Her layup no good, and Delario rips in the miss. Layup no go, but a foul is called. Mal took the shot, and they get the foul on Wingfield. Van Dorick, Hayashi, and Kokenmeister all return for Swarthmore. They replace Becker, Smith, and Lopez. 8.5 minutes to play in the fourth. It's Mal at the line. One for two trip to the line for Natalie Mal, and Swarthmore leads by 14. Wingfield thought about the J. Now she drives. Wingfield with the baby hook shot. Nora Wingfield with 6 points now. 3 of 4 shooting from the floor for her. Just 6 minutes of action, but she has been effective in limited time here tonight. Irundi, tough turnaround. Man, that is a difficult shot, but Chinwe Irundi makes it look easy. Just a freshman, so much potential for her. Kokenmeister, no good from 12 feet. On the other end, Downs sets up the offense. 14-point deficit for the Bears here. Irundi at the free throw line. She drives and gets fouled by Wingfield. So Irundi manufacturing opportunities here in the fourth quarter as Cronin will return. Irundi, a 62% free throw shooter this season. Cronin re-enters here for Swarthmore with 7:21 to play. Irundi 1 for 2. She's got 16 points and is the leading scorer tonight. Hayashi puts it on the deck. Van Dorick blows past Irundi and finishes for 2. 15 points now for Dana Van Dorick. That's her biggest basket tonight. And what a game for her. 15 points, 14 rebounds. Delario for 2, no. Irundi can't collect the miss, and Swarthmore has the basketball. Sally over to Hayashi, full court press by Ursinus. Swarthmore gets it across the timeline. And Ursinus really needs a stop here. It's not impossible to come back, but trailing by 15 with less than 7 minutes to play, not the easiest deficit to overcome as Van Dorick draws the foul. And the foul is on Gabby Downs. First foul against Downs. Bandoric at the line where she's 1 for 2 tonight. Dana Bandoric struggled last night offensively. She was 2 for 11 from the floor and 3 for 11 back on Friday. So it's been a little bit of a shooting slump for her the last few days. Not the case here tonight. She's got 16 points, which is tied with Irundi for the most in this game. Full court press from Swarthmore. So the Garnet applying some pressure here with a 16-point lead. Irundi with an easy basket. And now Swarthmore looks to run. Irundi slow to get up. Under 6 minutes to play. Cronin to Bandoric. Cronin thought about the 2, instead finds Kokenmeister. Now Cronin from 10 feet, can't get the roll. Near steal on the outlet pass, and then a travel is called against Kelly Grant. So it's a turnover and Swarthmore basketball. Irundi goes to the sideline. Hayashi, nice handles. 5:30 to play here in regulation. Hayashi around a Bandoric screen. Bandoric outside, Kokenmeister, splash! Kim Kokenmeister with a big triple to push the lead up to 17, and that might be the dagger. Brown backs in, outside, Downs, can't answer. Fight for the ball in the corner, and Sally had it and is fouled. So it'll be Swarthmore basketball. Irundi returns for Ursinus with 4:54 to play. And correction, that wasn't a foul. They just say that Sally was able to throw the ball off of one of the Bears in the corner. So no foul on the play. Swarthmore basketball, 17-point lead, 4:45 and counting. Bandoric off a no-look find from Sally. Kokenmeister to Cronin. 8 to shoot for Swarthmore. Hayashi headed to the line. Into the game now for Ursinus is Charlotte DeLello. She replaces Natalie Mail. Hayashi at the line here with a chance to increase the Swarthmore advantage. Hayashi makes the second. She's got 11 points and is replaced by Jordana Sampson, the 5'7" freshman from Brooklyn, New York. 18-point advantage for Swarthmore. Ursinus running out of time here on the road. The Bears in danger of dropping their 13th straight. Cronin guilty of a foul call as Irundi went up with it. So it's more free throws for Chinwe Irundi. Irundi with 18 points and counting tonight. And we've seen a lot of high-level moves offensively from Chinwe Irundi. 19 points for her after the missed free throw. Bandoric with another board, that's her 15th. So Bandoric with 16 points and 15 rebounds tonight. But she's also going to pick up a turnover. That's her first giveaway tonight. 4:04 now left to play in regulation. And a reminder, this is the first game of a doubleheader tonight. The men's teams play next here on the Garnet Sports Network. That's going to be in a separate link, and tip-off for that game will be roughly 30 minutes after this one concludes. Grant on the baseline, out to the corner, Lasanti air ball, and DeLello's fouled on the second effort. Kokenmeister re-enters here and replaces Sally with 3:38 to play. So here's DeLello at the line. She's got 3 points and 2 rebounds. DeLello, a freshman from Lafayette Hill. And for Swarthmore here, the strategy is just to take as much time as they can off the shot clock, end game clock. The Garnet with a healthy 16-point advantage. So their biggest ally right now is time. Kokenmeister cans the baseline J. Kim Kokenmeister with 7 points in this contest. And Swarthmore on schedule right now for 2 wins in a row. Layup no good for Brown. Fight for the loose ball. And it's a whistle here. The foul is against Swarthmore. And on the scoreboard, they flash number 33's Jordana Sampson is guilty of the foul. So saying that's her second. So to the line goes Margaret Brown. Looking ahead at the schedule for Swarthmore women's basketball. After this game, they're back home on Thursday night to take on McDaniel College at 7 p.m. We'll have that game for you here on the Garnet Sports Network. Then Swarthmore goes on the road this weekend to take on Bryn Mawr College on Saturday at 1 p.m. And they'll finish the season at home with 3 straight home games against Haverford College, Bryn Mawr College, and Gettysburg College. Those 3 games will be played on February 16th, 17th, and 19th. So Swarthmore has to play a lot of games in a short period of time as the jumper falls for Hayashi. Alyssa Hayashi putting finishing touches on this game for Swarthmore. Look ahead for Ursinus after tonight. They take on Bryn Mawr this Thursday at home. That's a 7:30 start time. And then on Saturday, they play host to Washington College for their senior day. Tip-off is for 3 p.m. Washington College finishes the year on the road at Bryn Mawr February 14th, at Muhlenberg February 16th, and at Johns Hopkins on February 19th. Here's a steal on the inbound. It's a jump ball, and the arrow favors Ursinus. Check that, it's with Swarthmore. So give credit, though, to the unit out there for Ursinus. The Bears have not given up on this game just yet. Becker replaced by Sally with 2:14 to play here in the fourth. Lopez drives in, finds Cronin. She's double teamed, nowhere to go, and it's stolen away. DeLello up ahead, that's McNicholas. Great find for Irundi. So Irundi, the beneficiary of a great setup by Nicholas. 21 points now for Chinwe Irundi. Three for Swarthmore, no good for Colleen Anderson. Anderson, a 5'11 junior from York, Pennsylvania. Devine banks it in, 4-3. Aaron Devine, the junior from Cranberry, New Jersey, into the score column with a triple. And Swarthmore burns the timeout with $1:17 to play here in the fourth. We'll take a quick break. You're watching Swarthmore women's basketball on the Garnet Sports Network. Swarthmore ball with 1 minute and 17 seconds remaining here in the fourth. The Garnet lead the Bears by 14. And barring a miracle, Swarthmore will improve to 7-8 in Centennial Conference action. Pressure here by Ursinus. T. Sally able to break the press. And then a travel on the opposite end of the floor. Aqua Withers Corello guilty of the travel. Under a minute left to play here in the fourth, and the Garnet can feel it. This one basically a formality as the turnaround no good for Irundi. Sally slows things down. The Garnet will take their time here and use the clock. Great performance tonight by Dana Bandoric. She's on the bench resting right now with 16 points, 16 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 steals, and a block. Shot clock unplugged as Irundi has it poked away by Sally. Alyssa Hayashi will finish tonight with 13 points. And a foul. Check that. It's a timeout called here by Ursinus with 23.5 seconds to play. So we'll keep diving into the box score here. Kim Kokenmeister, 7 points on 3 of 8 shooting from the floor with a rebound, an assist, and a steal. T. Sally with 6 points tonight, 2 3-pointers, and 5 rebounds. Nora Wingfield with 6 points, 2 boards. Erin Cronin with 4 points, 4 rebounds, and an assist. On the other end, 1 points tonight on 8 for 18 shooting. Great game for her. 6 rebounds, 2 assists, a steal, and a block. The second leading scorer tonight, though, for Ursinus is Maria Di Lario, who has 5 points. Irundi can't connect. Another chance here, doesn't go, but DeLello was fouled, so it's free throws. Sampson guilty of the foul. DeLello with 4 points and 4 rebounds in just 8 minutes of action. Give her 5 points now, so a nice performance tonight by Charlotte DeLello off the bench for the Bears, who still haven't called off the troops. But it doesn't matter. Swarthmore able to get into the half court, and the Garnet can hold and watch the clock tick to 0. Swarthmore will pick up back-to-back wins here at Tarble Pavilion as the Garnet improve to 11-9 on the year and 7-8 in Centennial Conference play. Ursinus falls to 2-18 overall, 2-13 in the conference action, and it's 13 straight losses for the Bears after their 54-42 defeat here tonight. That's going to do it for us in our first game of the evening. Shout out to our producer, Kevin Steffen, for his hard work behind the scenes here today. It's going to end this stream, but a reminder, the men's basketball game tips off in about a half an hour. That's going to be on a separate link, and it will be Swarthmore playing host to Ursinus for a men's basketball matchup. But for our stream of the women's game, as it comes to a conclusion, I'd like to say so long and good night from Tarble Pavilion, where the